Alright, so the next deck we're looking at in the Be the Villains Design Challenge contest for the Playtesting Guild is Mothman B. So this is our second finalist of the three Mothmen, and Mothman B is by Black Panther. Mothman B is a melee fighter with 15 health, 3 movement, and no sidekick. When Mothman is dealt exactly 1 damage, if you have any unassigned doom, reveal the top card of the opponent's deck as a prophecy. Mothman has a maximum of 8 doom, so we're going to be using those doom counters from Tales to Amaze. Prophecy. When you reveal a card as a prophecy, place it face up with 2 doom on it. When an opponent with a prophecy would draw a card, you remove 1 doom from one of their prophecies. If this removes the last doom from a prophecy, the opponent adds that prophecy to their hand instead of drawing from their deck. So you get a little bit of control over what is going to be going into the opponent's hand, it looks like. FAQ. As you saw in the last video, we have an FAQ on each of these finalists to answer some of the most frequently asked questions. First one is, what is the most doom I can have out on cards? That is 8 doom. What happens if I need to place doom but don't have enough? Place whatever doom you can. And what if I have no doom? Then the card is not revealed. So we're going to get into the actual deck here. Our first card here is Dark Harbinger, and this is a Mothman card that is a 3-value attack. After combat, add 1 doom to each prophecy your opponent has. So some cards, some of the other cards in your deck may work with having prophecies revealed in your opponent's deck, and so maybe you'll want to prolong that a little bit. So this is going to add 1 doom to each prophecy your opponent has. The next one is Imminent Ruin. If the opponent has a prophecy, this card's value is 5 instead. So just like we were saying, if the opponent has a prophecy, you'll get a nice effect from this card. There are 2 copies of that. Ill Omens is our next one. It's a 2-value attack, and during combat, discard 1 of the opponent's prophecies and add its boost value to this card's value. So once again, you get a little bit of something extra if the opponent has a prophecy revealed. There are 3 copies of that. And then we're going to move on to Overwhelming Dread. This card's value is +1 for each card in the opponent's hand. So you'll notice that this Overwhelming Dread is different than the Overwhelming Dread we saw in Mothman A. It has a similar effect, but this one is adding value to your card based on something different, which is cards in the opponent's hand. And you'll notice that it is a base value of 2. There are 3 copies of Overwhelming Dread in this deck, and then we're going to move on to Unconfirmed Reports. Mothman, during combat, Mothman cannot be dealt more than 1 damage. Okay, so even if your opponent is attacking you with a printed 7, you're still only going to be taking 1 damage. After combat, place Mothman in any starting space. So this might be useful for, say, getting you out of pins or something like that. It's a good utility card, it seems like. Our next one is a 3-value defense in Natural Disaster. After combat, deal damage to each opposing fighter in Mothman's zone equal to the combat damage dealt to Mothman. So this is a 3-value defense, which means that only higher attacks are going to get through on this. But if a higher attack does get through, you're going to be dealing damage. You're going to be dealing that much damage, the amount of damage you took, to each of the opposing fighters in Mothman's zone, not just the attacker. So that seems like it has the potential to be kind of strong. We'll see what happens with that. Unimaginable Terror is another one of those common cards from Tales to Amaze. This is a 3-value versatile, and after combat, if you won the combat, double the doom on a prophecy your opponent has. The next one is another 3-value versatile on Silent Wings. After combat, move Mothman up to 4 spaces. It may move through opposing fighters. So once again, this is just going to increase your mobility. Good for getting you out of situations or maybe going in, attacking, and getting out of there. Our next one is a 2-value versatile, a Visage of Impending Doom. Immediately, if the printed value of the opponent's card is 4 or higher, ignore its value. So we have seen this card in the previous deck. It seems like it's going to be a good card, but once again, we will have to put it into playtesting. We have 2 feints, just like in Mothman A, and we have 3 regroups. So the Mothman A had something that was like regroup, but a little bit different. This one just has the standard set of 3 regroups. Draw 1 card, and if you won the combat, draw 2 cards instead. Finally, we're getting down here into our schemes. This scheme is called Doomed Prophecy. Look at the top 3 cards of an opponent's deck, reveal one as a prophecy, and put the rest back on top of their deck in any order. And then we have Catastrophe. Choose an opponent with a prophecy, place that prophecy on the bottom of their deck, deal 1 damage to their hero for each doom on that prophecy. So I can already sort of see how this has the potential to combo with some of those other ones we looked at earlier. But what we're going to do now is we are going to take this, import it into Tabletop Simulator, and we are going to test it against someone else. So we'll see you there. Okay, so we are here now. I am back with Snow Ray, and we are testing Mothman B. This time Snow Ray is going to be Houdini. And once again, we have these really nice assets here. If you want to go ahead and jump on the Restoration Games Discord server and find those, they are available. I'm sure somebody will be able to help you. Just to recap, Mothman B does this. When Mothman is dealt exactly 1 damage, if you have any unassigned doom, reveal the top card of the opponent's deck as a prophecy. Mothman has a maximum of 8 doom. And just to remind everybody what prophecies are, when you reveal a card as a prophecy, place it face up with 2 doom on it. When an opponent with prophecy would draw a card, you remove 1 doom from one of their prophecies. If this removes the last doom from a prophecy, the opponent adds that prophecy to their hand instead of drawing from their deck. So, interesting ability here. It actually looked quite a bit different. We were just discussing this actually a second ago. It looks quite a bit different than it did when we were actually doing this on the selection panel. So I'm excited to see what this one does now, or how it works, I should say. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle here, draw my 5, and I'm going to pass it over to Houdini for the first set of actions. And I'm going to figure out what my cards do.
I am going to assign.
Alright. Alright, so I have to be dealt exactly 1 damage. I wonder how many times this is going to trigger. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Alright. maneuvering in place. Alright, well, I suppose I will start my first action with a maneuver. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3. Then, I guess I'll go for a second maneuver. I'm going to go 1 and 2. And that will end my turn.
Yes, I will maneuver.
Alright. I'm gonna hit you with an unconfirmed report here.
That's nice. You can only. Okay. So I will transfer to Jason Cartwright. I will play Spiritual.
Okay.
So it cancels all of your bets.
Alright. That's fun. So I'm going to take 2 instead of 1. You're not going to have to reveal any sort of prophecy. And I don't move to any starting space. Alright. Let's see. Alright, none of these are really things I want to do at this point, so I'm going to start with this. Yes, sorry, this is an attack against Houdini. Alright.
No damage.
No damage.
Nope. I will move you there.
Alright. Alright, so now I am pinned. Good. So, next thing we're going to do is we're going to do Mothman to Houdini. Alright, so
that was nice.
Alright. Yep, so I'm going to... Alright. And I'm going to drop myself down right there. And that's the end of my turn. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and feint this one. Okay, I don't really like the options in my hand. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a maneuver. And, let's see, we're going to back away from you here, and we'll go for a second maneuver.
Okay. I will do. And maneuver again.
Alright, okay, so I'm going to do Doomed Prophecy here. I'm going to reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. One of them will be a prophecy, and the next 2 I put back in any order. So that'll be the top 3 of your deck, I believe.
Yes. Is when it says reveal one as prophecy, does that mean you have to pick like the first or you see them and choose between prophecy?
I think I see them, I turn one of them into a prophecy, and the other 2 I put back in any order, is the way I'm understanding it.
Okay.
So,
It's on the line.
yep. I'm going to grab 2 of these Doom tokens to have ready over here. Oh, good. Okay, we've got 2 misdirections on here. I'm going to make that a prophecy. That's going to go on the bottom, and that's going to go on the top.
What is that? Yes.
I think it just helps the character with other abilities on other cards, is what I've been seeing so far.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
So I kind of know what I'm going to pick for my second maneuver.
Yeah, I'm kind of keeping this one away from you right now, I guess, is what it seems like. So, I guess for my second action, I will maneuver. And I'll go 1, 2, and 3. And that'll be it for me. Yep. There's no hiding from Houdini.
Again, actions, I still have 2 actions. I will then attack.
Alright. I'm going to defend with this guy. Alright, so I guess I did win the combat. So I'm going to double the Doom on there. Okay.
2 actions left.
Alright.
I will then attack as you did.
Alright. Mothman is going to choose not to defend.
Mothman did not pick any option.
Yeah.
I mean, boost this card twice. I will boost it with Greatest Whenever Boost a Secret and Great Seal. So that's main damage to 1 hand.
Okay. Down to 4. Alright. Alright. Let's see. Okay. Alright. I'm not going to do that yet.
Oh, sorry. I misread the text. So on the big view, it's I have a very long card, which is going to turn out. So I will turn
Okay. Yep. Oh, and you did maneuver last time, right? So I should have taken one of these away.
Yes.
Yes. Would that have meant that we
No,
Alright. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get yeah. I'm
because I drew 3 cards, and I also drew 1 card, so I will do all of the
yeah.
tokens.
Okay. So that's gonna change a lot of what I'm doing as well. Okay.
So
I think that goes to your hand then.
Yes, we made it on the nose hole, but
Yeah, I mean, I guess everybody will be able to see it in the video and yell at us. And that'll be okay, I guess. I guess that's what playtesting is for.
Yeah,
To
I think when I played SSC, I was only meant to draw 2 cards, and the third would have been the stretch.
Okay. Alright, so we're just going to go from there, and we'll watch this back later and see if we just totally screwed up this game. But otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and attack with this. Alright, so this is what's in your hand. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is going to be an 8. Okay, a couple. Okay. And for my second action, I'm going to maneuver. Alright. That's what we're doing then. Yep. I kind of thought that might be coming. Alright. Well, that's...
in my opinion, much better played as damage.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a strong finisher. I have 3 copies. So
yeah.
You can deal 2 damage and then just take the last one for a field.
Well, that's why I was trying to keep it away from you. I did... the reason I did not defend that one was because I had no defenses. Yeah. So these two have been in my hand since the beginning of the game, and it's it just lets me add doom to prophecies that I didn't even have. So and then I think these and then this one is choose an opponent with a prophecy. So there was not I didn't feel like there was a lot of options I had. So I'm gonna have to play this one again at some point and see how it goes. I'm sorry to the creator of this deck if I just really screwed up this play. I will play it again. For anybody watching the channel, don't judge this deck based on how badly I do at this game. But that'll be the playtest for Mothman B. We'll try to do another one again soon.